love soup. Well, hello and welcome back for another episode of Jamila's Journey Through Hypothyroidism. So I just had an appointment with the Gastro Internist and got a whole list of foods that I cannot eat anymore. Yeah. So I'm going to attempt to make something with food that I can eat, which is garbanzo beans. I love garbanzo beans. I'm not sure if I can eat them. I haven't really tried hummus or anything like that, so I really hope I can. So I'm going to be making soup with garbanzo beans. I know from just like when I've had it, it's primarily been something that I see in the Greek community, but it's hot in Southern California. I actually just finished the walk. You can see it on my face. See all that sweat. It shouldn't take long. I'm thinking if I were to dump it all, it'd be like a 20-minute soup because it's all cooked. But because I am Jamila, we're gonna do it in stages. So it should take me about an hour. And I forgot something. So we're going to go ahead and attempt to make a very simple soup with things that are in your cabinet. It should be light, it should be simple. At home you can make it in 20 minutes easily because it's just basically cutting the vegetables and dumping them in a pot. You can even pre-cut the vegetables on the weekend and then just dump them in a pot. You're ready to go. So what you are going to need is garbanzo beans. We're only going to use 1 can. You're going to need diced tomatoes. It's the summer, so if you can get fresh tomatoes, go ahead and do that. And I am doing no salt added. I think both of them are low sodium. Sorry, I just drank water. And that's because I'm trying to control my salt because I'm trying to get a better control of my blood pressure. Other things you are going to need is better than bouillon. I'm doing the chicken flavor today. This is the chicken base. You can use whatever you want. If you want it vegetarian, use the vegetarian base. I didn't because the vegetable one is roasted and sometimes it's not as mild as with the chicken. Other things you're gonna need is onions. Everything gets onions because it's pretty much the only seasoning I know. Of course you need garlic. I'm gonna use probably like 3 cloves because I like garlic. We have green bell pepper. Don't worry, I'm not using this one. It's just a prop. I have half. We're gonna use half. And then of course you need red bell pepper because I put bell peppers in everything because it's one of the things that I can actually have. Let's see, what else do we have over here? Oh, jalapenos. I have 2. Now, I'm not allowed to eat spicy food. You guys know that. I'm not. So I'm not gonna actually be cutting it up. I'm just gonna be putting it in the broth to add an extra depth of flavor. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let's see, I'm gonna do half of a yellow squash and half of zucchini. The other half I'll use for dinner later on this week. So half and half. Plus if I do the whole thing, it's a lot and I'm not trying to have a whole bunch of food left over. For aromatics, I have fresh oregano and rosemary. These are going to go in the beginning because I do want the extra depth. Normally I put them in towards the end, but with canned broth you kind of need whatever you can get. We got carrots, so I'll probably be using 2 whole carrots because I like carrots, and celery. No soup or broth in my house is complete if you don't have celery, so I'll probably be using 2 of these. Salt and pepper to taste, of course, and I'll be adding those towards the end because I want to see how everything kind of blends together. And then, of course, turmeric. I use turmeric a lot. It's an anti-inflammatory, so it's good for my tummy. So with that being said, let me go wash all these vegetables, and then you can watch me cut it all up. I'll be back. Okay, I totally lied. There's one more item. Spinach. I'll probably put like a handful or 2 in of washed spinach. Watch your spinach, people. It's dirty.
All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to be dicing all of the vegetables. You want to make them bite-sized because bite-sized cooks faster. Then what you will be doing is you'll be adding the aromatics to a pot of water. Make sure you wash them, because we wash our vegetables in this house. The next thing you will do is you will cut the stem of the jalapeno, and you'll add the jalapenos to the water whole. Do not cut them. After that, you'll be adding several tablespoons of better than bouillon chicken broth, or whatever broth you want to use. And then you're gonna put it on the stove and bring it to a boil. Once it boils, you're just gonna be adding all of the vegetables in, little by little. The last thing that you will be putting in will be the spinach, because the spinach doesn't take long to cook. And bam, your soup will be pretty much done. Really late, like 8 o'clock at night, and we are getting ready to eat dinner. Really wasn't hungry, so I have fried sourdough bread, a peach nectarine. Hold on, there we go. This is horrible. All right, let's try that again. So I have a nectarine, I have a piece of fried sourdough bread, and the soup. Let's show you what the soup looks like. This is the soup. I put a splash of lemon in there and some flat leaf parsley. So let's see what it tastes like. Good. Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of Jamila's journey through hypothyroidism. Well, today we're going to be doing another cooking video. I recently had a doctor's appointment with we're going to start this again.